Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? It's your guy, DeMarcus Tunstall with the Beta Project. You can always find me on YouTube at Humble and Focus. Today is December 23rd, 2 days till Christmas. Isn't that crazy? And only 8 days to the new year. So what are you doing to get yourself in order, baby? It's about that time. People talk about 2020. They ain't even finished out 19 yet. You know what I'm saying? But that's like you trying to get a new loaf of bread and you ain't even ate the last piece, like the butt piece of the bread. You got to eat that one too, right? Anyway, so today's message is going to be nag to brag. And so today's quote is champions never complain, they're too busy getting better, by John Wooden. That's awesome, right? So today I came into work and I had to do this video now because they're about to, send my boy home. I got, they say I'm not dressed appropriately and I don't understand what they're talking about. They said wear the ugly sweater, so I wore mine. And then they say we can't even wear them no more. So anyways, let's go into it. Don't get distracted by the antlers, all right? Reindeers don't dance, they boogie. That's all I got to say. So here we go. We're gonna talk about nag to brag. I was at church yesterday, and the pastor was talking about you don't get what you nag about, you get what you brag about, and that really hit me like a ton of bricks. And I wonder, and I started thinking, I'm like, you're right, because the energy that comes into complaining is the same energy that goes into the aspect of bragging about something. It's both an energy, right? Now, whether it's positive energy or negative energy, that is depending on you. Because if you're negative energy, you're nagging about whatever's not going on, and if you're positive energy, you're bragging. So whatever you put that energy into is going to continue and it's going to go and it's going to grow. So if you're consistently nagging, that's energy into that negative. Guess what continues? What you're nagging about. You put that energy into that positive, you start bragging, guess what's going to continue? What you think about. So think about it like this. You don't get what you nag about, you get what you brag about, right? So people like Michael Jordan, Usain Bolt, the people who brag about how great they are, and they're thinking about the greatness on a level that we can't even imagine, but they're putting the energy into where they want to go, not what they don't want to continue. That's why you have greats and compared to great complainers, great whiners, people who are average, people who are suffering. The problem is that it's hard to get the mentality of someone who's suffering out of that mentality and get them to move forward because they're so busy focused on the nagging part or what they don't have that they don't put the energy into what they do want and what they do need. And so it's hard to make that turn. So whenever you tell somebody like, oh yeah, you can get out of that, change your mindset, they think you're nuts. Well, guess what? I've done it. I've been there. I wouldn't have been able to sit in front of you and be outside selling cars like in this. I was going to sell a car in this. I was excited to take a picture with a customer in this. I still might do it. I'll figure out a way. But anyway, so, you put the energy into, the greatness of life. And then I used to complain so much. And the reason I know that is because I look back to my Facebook timeline. And I look back at how I complain about, this sucks, life sucks and this. And it never changed. And then I stopped saying anything. So the energy stopped going to that nag. And I turned it over and put it to the brag to where I was talking about how great I am. Talking about how great you can be. Putting the energy into positive things and my life changed. And you're always going to get what you complain about. Or you're always going to get what you brag about. So the question to you I want to pose to you is that, are you complaining about what you're not having? Or are you bragging about what you do have so you can have more of it? If you're a great seamstress, you talk about how negative it is because you talk about how negative your shoemaking ability is. No, you're a great seamstress. You brag about being a seamstress. So your shoe ability might be low, but you don't lacking in that. But the skill that you have in making dresses as a seamstress or whatever you might be, it continues and grows because think about it like this: nagging's negative, bragging's positive, right? And we like positive things. We don't want to feel sad. So if we put energy into the positive and the brag, then we create something else and it grows into a nice plant. And so it can be more money. It could be a better family relationship. If you're always complaining about how, perfect example. My ex and me, she used to complain all the time about this, that, and the other. Nag and nag and nag. And every once in a while she brag, but nag. In that aspect, it didn't go in a positive direction because it wasn't creating anything positive. All that happened was just more negative kept happening. But as soon as you flip over, you start having positive moments with people, having positive moments with yourself, and brag about all the great things you can do. It's okay to brag. It's not okay to be prideful and boastful, but it's okay to brag about your accomplishments because by putting that energy in, you create more of them. And you need more energy, ladies and gentlemen. You need more of that positive energy that helps the world flow. You need that positive energy that helps change things. But if you keep nagging about what you have, then you'll never, ever change it. And that's all I have for you today, ladies and gentlemen. And I appreciate you coming here today. I appreciate you being here with me a little bit late. My name is DeMarcus. I believe and I love. Cross my reindeer heart and hope to die. Hold on. There we go. I believe and I love each and every single one of you, and I really hope that you get something. I mean, don't let the cheering and all the giving spirit leave you just because the 25th hits. It's not about the money. It's not about the things you're giving people. Put energy into folks. Brag about it. Be grateful. Be blessed. Be humble but braggish, about the things you're going to do and the things you're doing, because that energy should last through your life. And so many, they talk about how crime goes down around Christmas and all this other stuff. Well, that's because people are in the mode of giving now. And so when they're in the mode of giving right now, they don't have time for anything else. They don't have time to be negative. They don't have time to this, that, and the other, because they're focused on giving. So imagine if you could take the Christmas spirit, which is actually giving, not the reason for the season, but the spirit itself, the spirit of giving, and taking it all year round, your life changes and other people's lives change. And then crime goes down. Why? Because you're consistently focused on the giving, not the selfishness. We're selfish for almost 11 months out of the year, and then Christmas comes around and now we're acting like we're a good person because it makes us feel great. Well, think about it like this. Imagine if you switch that up and just been selfish one year or 1 month of the year, and then you're giving the rest. How would your life be different? And that's just a little perspective. So let me show you my sweater just so you can see it. My reindeer sweater, isn't that dope? Hold on. Cheer. You know what I'm saying? Reindeers don't dance to boogie. Anyways, all right, so that's all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to go out today and just do some great things for some people, but then continue on. And don't forget, brag about yourself. Brag about those great things that you do. Not because you need to be boasting all the time, but because you want to put energy where it's supposed to go and grow something big. Because as you grow something bigger than yourself, then you can help others. That's all I have for you. You guys have a great day. Reindeer don't dance, stay boogie. I'm just gonna keep saying that. That's my new slogan for like 2020. Not 2020 vision. Reindeers don't dance, they boogie. That's deep. I want you to think about that. I'll talk to you later. Bye.